but you can never leave.
All right, man, we made it to the 2024 Swatch Nines out here in Switzerland, out in Schilthorn. I'm gonna give you a quick course preview before we get into the madness. Again, footage is not gonna pick up the scale as to how big these features are, but that is, you're looking at the biggest hip ever made in skiing history down there. It's ginormous. So the course is broken down into 4 feature sets, starting off with the first one here, then the Golden Gate Bridge down that way, the hip, and then transition central. For the first one, we got a full-on snow bar packed in the back there for the disco. Got a little Mayan volcano that takes you into a flat box, a down bar, and a DFD. Then you got a couple of steps over that way if you want to get some lunges going. Pretty nice. Again, footage never does it justice. That rail is elevated 8 to 10 meters off the ground. If you fail, if you biff off of that, say goodbye to your kidneys. You're taking a fat implosion. But now we have a proper view of that enormous hip down there. You got 2 10-meter vertical takeoffs. On either side, you got side jumps. They also have quarter pipes on each side of the bank, so there's a lot of different ways to hit it. Going from the side jump to the end of that landing, that's a good 120 feet yard sail. So if we can get that done and dialed today, I'd be pretty stoked. But the fact that you got to clock in 100K, about 100 kilometers an hour, to get enough speed to clear that is it's a little intimidating. And then Marco and I made our way down to the hip, and even though we were crushing in halfway down the end run, it was still so terrifying, man. This thing was bigger than Swiss cheese. Oh. And you can see the bank landings were properly steep. It's not just a fisheye effect with the camera. They were nearly full-on vertical walls, which was super nice for the body in the case you bailed like myself. For the last and final feature section, we got transition central down here. Again, you got a lot of half bowls, half spheres, but the goal today, or throughout the week, maybe not today, is to try and do that 120-foot gap all the way to the back of the hip landing. Whether or not that works out, that's up to Coach Marco behind the camera. We'll see if we can make it happen.
Let's go, you do it.
Get it done. All right, first things first, I gotta make sure I know how to jump with these skis, so we're gonna toss off into the knuckle first, and then we'll try out the head feature. Probably got like 30,000 feet of air right there. Oh, man. Definitely little to no airtime, but the skis feel great. The epidermis is blasting. I think we can get the hip going. Not the full 10-meter takeoff, but a little side hit. Yeah, let's get it, Marco. Mellow on the first tee. Oh, man, I haven't hit a hip all year. Marco is a half-pipe Olympian, so he should know what he's doing. Woo-hoo-hoo. I almost hit him. That was way too slow. That was awful. How fast are we going? Probably like a good 80. Oh man. Let's get personal. So taking a good 4 hits on the small hit, the small jump on the side, and each time even clocking in from the top of that volcano, sitting on the tails, reaching about like 80, 90K, you're still not even close to the back of the hips landing right here. So I don't think we'll be able to do it when the snow is super sticky and warm. We might have to wait for another morning session in the coming days to go for that big, again, 120-foot sail all the way from there to the back, the whale tail. I think it's possible. The confidence is there. But on another note, I vowed off doing the big 10-meter launch pad when I saw it this morning, but after doing the side hits a couple of times, I think I might want to take it. The scary thing is just decking and casing the top of that coping. Like, that's an easy way to bust your pelvis. We don't want no pelvis bust out in Switzerland today. Let's get some shots of the actual pros riding this thing, and maybe that will up the confidence to go off the big 10-meter dive deck. Oh, wow. Max Moffat coming into the pelvis push. Oh, right, Tanner.
You know, I don't really need no
Kim Goopser coming into the big comeback. Oh my goodness gracious. UO Sastimoinen. Oh, trying to go dub, eh? Jesper Shader coming in switch. Oh! Yo! That has got to be one of the most disgusting things you could throw on this feature. Full on zero. I mean, not like a technical zero because you swap over 90. I thought he was going to go right to the coping and lash out, but man, he made that look way too easy. After witnessing one of the biggest switch hip hits in history, I figured at the very least I'd be able to survive the 10-meter takeoff. So I went up the tow rope, cruised down to the drop in, and tried to muster up every last ounce of courage on the planet for the straight air that was to come. Oh, now or never. Yikes. All right, time for one of the scariest jumps of my entire life. Woo! Oh! That is so scary, man. I gotta cut harder to the left. Oh, that was so scary. And easily one of the scariest moments I've ever had in the air. I quickly learned that hips are absolutely lethal. Even though I went super small, I still had so much time to watch and think about that deck coming closer and closer to my feet. It was real nice that I was able to miss it and slide down the bank. I needed to get more speed, so this time I said a little prayer, hiked to the top of the volcano, and pointed my sticks downhill. Whoa. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. It is so crazy. Ah! Yes! Woo! Oh my lord, man, that is so big! Let's go. Honestly, the compression like on the landing is more heavy than the top section, but dude, I haven't felt airtime like that since I was in the womb, brother. That was sick. Day one was a big success, but I still had my eye on gapping from the side of the hip all the way to the back of that whale tail landing. Thankfully, Jesper was able to give me a masterclass session when the snow was fast in the morning to try and make this happen. But first, Kim Goopser and Vincent Vale were on a mission to break a world record. Oh, he's cooking. Oh! So we just got word the height on that one was 10.46 meters. And again, to give you some context, David Wise set the record at about 14, 15 meters. So adding another 4 or 5 onto that is ridiculous. I think the speed is there if they drop in a little bit higher on that extended in run. So it is possible to break that world record today. Whether anybody wants to take that courageous maneuver, that's a different question. Kim Goopser coming in quick. Oh my goodness, golly gracious, that was large. That was 11 meters from Kim. That's the highest air on this hip so far. Oh my lord. Oh, God have mercy. Oh, Kim coming in quick again. Whoa. What? Yo.
Height was 14.60 meters.
Kim Goopser, legend, world record holder. How you feeling?
Yeah, it's been crazy. Super stoked.
Everybody's gonna ask you the same question, but can you like even describe that feeling?
It's very exciting,
yeah,
but at the same time a bit scary because you need so much speed. The tran, you have to take off. You get compressed so much. So.
What? And when you tweaked out mute, was that helpful to holding that rotation at 90, or did you just add that in for extra sauce?
I've been doing it with mute like the whole day and yesterday as well, so I just went for it.
Dude, it was so sick. Pleasure. So excited to see what you do next.
Any excuse I had to not go for that big hip transfer completely left the building after Kim threw a world record, so I asked Jesper for a little masterclass and followed him into the gym.
Well, if you want, I can give you some of the fat on my body to give you some extra pounds so you can clock in a bit quicker. Yeah, let's get it, dog. Oh, big hit, big jump. Oh. Oh man, this is scary. This is, I think, the biggest jump I've ever hit. Oh, man.
Boom.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, let's do it. Enjoy. Back off round 2. Get a little bit more speed this time. Oh, I think I've got some snow in us. Oh man. Jasper. Oh, I was super whirly in the air, but at least we rode away that time. Oh, sick, dude. So clean.
And those were the first 2 wicked days at the Nines. I got a chance to push some limits with Alex Hackle on day 3, but I'll leave all that for a separate video. In the meantime, I just want to say a massive thank you to the entire Nines team, to Swatch, and absolutely everybody who comes together to make this event happen. Beyond the wild setup, it's all the lovely people behind and on scenes that make this event such a special and crazy place to be. And obviously, a big thanks to all of you rubber duckies. We wouldn't be doing any of this if you weren't watching these videos.